From Transformers Age of the Primes, it is Micronus Prime, who apparently is the ancestor of minicons everywhere. Yes, he's kind of small, but he's got like an exo-suit. It's kind of like armor. And yeah, he looks interesting. So we're going to have some fun with him. But before I go too much further, I do want to thank our sponsor for this video, Toy Hacks. They have amazing decals that you can use for your G1s all the way up to the most modern things, including his fellow Prime Onyx Prime over here. You can really glow him up using stickers from Toy Hacks or decals, whichever you want to call them. Plus they have decals for Combiner Wars and Siege and pretty much every line that you would need them for or want to enhance your Transformers with. Plus an armory, backdrops. Definitely check them out at toyhacks.com. But we are going to be talking about this little guy and his exosuit and having some fun along the way. If you're new to the channel, I'm Captain Kyle. Welcome aboard. If you've been watching for a while, thanks so much for coming back. Very kind of you. And let's get into this. Okay, well, first, be right back. All right, so there he is in his package. And you can see on the back, he's got a big mode, a small mode, he's got a disc mode, he's got a unicycle. We'll figure it out because we're going to take it out of the package right now. We're going to whip out a knife and slice him open. That didn't sound right. I do not have any murderous intent towards Micronus Prime, but let's pop him out and let's see what's inside. So we take him out and you can see he is, I think that's him in his armor. I can't be sure because I got to take a look at instructions. But I don't have to look at the shitty piece of paper. So we don't need that, but we will need this. And he's on his cardboard prison. Let's get him off. And he's got an itty bitty bit of Autobot paper on the side, so something's in there. We'll figure it out. They couldn't give him minicon paper. He's got an itty bitty disc. So itty bitty that in order for you to see it, I need to zoom in a lot. And even then it's kind of small. Hope you can see that, but let's remove these restraints and put him on the turntable of doom. Yeah, that was dramatic. All right, let's take the Autobot paper and all this plastic shite, get it off my table. And I'm guessing that this plugs right in here and it feels like it presses. So let's go to the videotape. I mean, not the videotape, let's go to the instruction. So looking at this form of him, this is him in his exosuit, I quite believe. And so if we take a look at him from all angles, he's small but mighty. He's got fingers that look like guns. He's got blades back here that look like blades. And he's definitely stocky, but I'm told he has boundless energy. Well, I read that somewhere online. So let's see what this exosuit can do as far as posability-wise. Because he can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Not a problem. Now that's an exosuit. He does have quite generous ankle swivels, like that generous. I don't know that you would ever want him quite that spread, unless your name's Logan, who should shut up. But he's got some nice ankle swivels. Can he kick forward? He can, you know, not all that much, not all that high. Backwards, he runs into some blade stuff. So sidekick, though, he can do quite the sidekick. In fact, he can kick with such a split that his legs are actually more than a split, so he could like almost kick behind himself. He's got knees, because knees are good. He's got swivel. Now, you got to be careful of these blades here because they can move back and forth and interfere with the arms. And the arms can go all the way around, except you run into the blades, which can't get out of the way. So, but he can bend at the elbow, shoot from the hip, so to speak. He does swivel, but if you swivel too far, you're running into the blades. His hands actually turn. No articulation in the gun fingers or the thumb. Arms can go out to the side, and the head can turn all the way around. All the way around. And he's got this neat little thing right here that doesn't really seem to do much. And he stands just about 4.5 inches tall. So for a deluxe size, he's kind of small. However, he's almost like a weaponizer too. Transforming, you take off his arms, you open up his chest, and you take out the actual Micronus inside. And he's got like a minicon symbol on him. Like I said, I am Lord of the Minicons, the most used and abused Transformers in existence. You also can detach his legs. So yeah, very much like a weaponizer. You move those forward, turn his legs to the side, his little toes here, move down to the bottom, and then you fold it up. Oh, there's a little post here you got to move out of the way, apparently, before you can fold it up. And congratulations, we've just invented the wheel. Now this part, push down the head, flip up these things. We're going to detach the little disky thing. The blades, you flip those up and bend them back. And then you push them back down, like so. And you take the wheel and you plug those blades, all 4 posts on each blade, into the wheel. Then you take these thingamabob and attach them to the outer part of the blade, like so. The arms you attach like so, and he can roll, I'm guessing. So this is his vehicle, kind of a unicycle type thing, but I think that post might have been not where it should be, so it didn't really tell me much. Put the post on the inside, because if it's pointed to the outside, it's going to interfere with the wheel, and that won't be good. No, it won't. Now the wheel rolls. But again, I think you're going to have to balance it yourself when you're rolling it along. Now this little thing, and I'm going to zoom in, is Micronus himself. And what we're going to do is fold down the legs. He kind of reminds me a little bit of those disc transformers from Fall of Cybertron, Rumble and Frenzy and such. We're going to take these out. We're going to push them up. We're going to face his legs properly forward, turn his arms down, and turn his head. And then we plug this into the back. So I hope that was all caught in frame. I might have been out of frame for some of it, but it's a pretty simple transformation. This is what he looks like in his true form. He is diminutive compared to the other primes. Now, pulls down Claude Van Damme. No ankle swivels, kicks forward, he kicks back, side kick, double side kick, really well. Bends at the knee, does not twist at the waist, arm goes all the way around, bends at the elbow, has a swivel, and his head, as part of the transformation, will turn all the way around. And he can fall over, because gravity. So there he is. Now for him to ride his hog, calling it a hog, put the arms forward, you twist the arms so he can hold on to the handlebars, and you spread his legs. Shut up, Logan. And he sits like so, and you just plug his fists into the handlebars. And honestly, I'm gonna zoom that out a little bit. Once you plug his hands into the handlebars, he looks like a toddler on a big wheel. A big wheel. You know what I'm talking about. And if you want to pose him in this form, you can turn the arm things down so he is on his little trike. But when he gets ready to go, those come up, it can kind of roll past him. Now I could see these being jets at this point, give him extra mobility. His vehicle is, if you're going to the nose, about 4.5 inches tall. The Minicon on board, 4.5 inches long, but the Minicon stands about 2 inches. 2 inches. So there you have him. Now you can also use him as an armorizer and put him on pretty much anybody. They are showing a picture of Fireflight with all these attachments, so his exosuit can do other things. Not a bad concept. I like the fact that they are taking different primes and having them be the prime of different factions, such as the Minicons, such as the Beast Transformers. I am curious what they do with, I don't know, Soundwave and his cassettes. Will they have a special prime? Communicus Prime? Mixtape Prime? I don't know. So Micronus Prime, not a bad figure. He basically has an exosuit he has to transform to get into. And I kind of like him. He's kind of fun. Could see him basically terrorizing fellow Transformers, driving his unicycle of doom, which is on the turntable of doom. Everything is of doom. Down the streets and byways of Cybertron. So there you go. I think he's fun. And he's not the most ornate, but I don't know, maybe you could solve that. Like by visiting our sponsor, Toy Hacks, who was kind enough to sponsor this video. And they have stickers for all kinds of primes, like as I showed you earlier, Onyx Prime, plenty for Optimus Prime, from G1 to the latest releases, plus their armory, plus their backdrops. Yeah, you want to go to toyhacks.com. Well, let's finish up this video first. So, he is very fun, and if you are enjoying these videos, by all means, feel free to subscribe. That would be awesome. And he falls it down a lot, but that's okay, because he knows the fallen. But while you are mulling over this particular prime, let's take a look at a much bigger one, Onyx Prime over here. Check him out, and we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.